quick little disclaimer, guys. I am not a qualified and trained technician or mechanic, nor will I ever claim to be. Everything I do here is through self-learning. My way might not be the correct way, however it will either end with a good result or a good laugh for you guys at my expense. The sole purpose of these videos I have produced are for entertainment and information. If you choose to follow my videos as guidance, you do so at your own risk. Now that this boring bit is over, I'll let you enjoy the video.
Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing the battery replacement on a YADEA, I think that's how you spell it. It's called a YADEA EM-163 Harrier, and I've got all the paperwork here from Coot Scoots from when it was first bought. So I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly. However, I don't seem to find any reference for this bike make and model other than when I was talking to Coot Scoots directly. They was able to give me some info, a little bit of knowledge about it, how long it charges and things like that, and also be able to sell me the batteries. I do have its charger, its proper charger. I do have the batteries, and I'm gonna start looking into how to change those batteries at the same time as recording. So this might not be the best recording. I am running with the mic because I may be a little bit further away from the camera than we would like sometimes, and need to actually chat to you guys while I'm doing something. But I have also got the tripod. I've only got the one camera, one phone, one camera, so I have to do what I can with what I've got. But yeah, I'll take you out to the bike now, and I'll set you up on the tripod, and we'll get started. We'll learn at the same time, hopefully. Fingers crossed it all goes to plan. So this is the bike in question. Like I say, it's a YADEA Harrier EM-125. As we can see there, it's electric. Keys are in there. Let's just move the tripod out the way a second. Let's get this open. So what we need to do is we need to just click the key that way. Oh, it was already open. Being an electric bike, it's got a trip switch on here, so let's just double check whether it's got any power. Okay, we've got the high voltage. Actually, let's see if we can show you what it does. Don't know if you can hear that, but yeah, it doesn't seem to be happy. And that is moving quite well, but once you put any weight on this whatsoever, it's gone. So as we can see, there's still power there. Let's turn that off. Turn the trip off. Right, so underneath this panel here is 5 batteries. There's a screw there. That is literally, I've already taken it out to have a look. There's no need to undo that because it is just access to a battery access panel. We've got 1, 2, 3 and 4 10mm bolts, and then when we be able to lift this box out, we can get the batteries out. But this is still connected to the wires, so once we've got those 4 10mm bolts out, we'll get these out as well, just to make it a bit, so we can get the box out the way and leave that loose on the wires. But I'll put you on the tripod and we'll get started. I wouldn't advise doing this because it is running at 60 volts worth of power, and you can get a nasty shock from mains voltage electrics, and you can also get a nasty shock from 12 volt batteries. So as a result, where we're running with 60 volts, if you do something wrong, it will potentially spark. It could also potentially combust, like explode or go into a fire. And it could also give you a nasty shock because these are quite high amp hours. These ones that are in here are 20 amp hours, but to be honest, they've probably got about 2 amp hours left in them. So I'm not particularly worried about these ones. The new ones, however, are 25 amp hours, come with like a 10% charge on them just for testing purposes, but are still brand new, so they're still going to be running at 25 amp hours on the new batteries. Let's get the Phillips. There we go. As you can see now, that box is quite loose, but we've got wires hanging out the back of it, so we're going to take those 2 off to free that up. could do myself a favour here and open the top box, couldn't I, for sawing screws. Right, so that's that out. We don't need that anymore. Let's get that out of the way. Right, so what you guys can see here is, here's your trip switch. You've got your high voltage to 12 volt converter here. Yeah, this is, what is this one? Let me just have a look. Oh, this is the main controller, main motor controller. I don't see a charge controller. I would guess maybe the charge controller is built into that, but because the mains voltage, not the mains voltage. Oh, wait a minute, it ain't gonna have a charge controller, is it? This should, because the charge controller is going to be built into the charger, because this is the input for the charger. And considering there's 3 batteries here, and I can see 2 down there, I'm probably going to have to take this out of shell alpha as well. But I think what I'll do is I'll take at least one of these link wires off, so I know for a fact that all the rest of it up until this switch is dead. Because if I break the link wires, and I don't know if you can see, but I think we found our failing cell, let's put it that way. So that's going to need a good clean before I put it back together. Let's just go with, oh damn, that's on there, that's really on there. Got it. I'll leave that one connected but loose for a minute. We'll work out how to get these. So I'm guessing, looking at that, they just pop. Let's get something thin in there. Tiny little Allen key. Okay, it's going to do it, but I reckon it's going to bend it at the same time. There we go. So there's that. So if you're not completely clued up with where the wires actually go, I would suggest taking a picture on a camera phone or a smartphone, or getting a little notepad and making a note of everything. However, if I get lost, I can just watch back this video, can't I? So I'm alright in that sense. So now let's just take that out. That's disconnected those 2 batteries, which in turn has disconnected the whole circuit for now. So that's one link wire. I've got to remember to clean that up, because the screw itself might not be too bad, because there is a fair bit of surface on these top of these batteries anyway, but the actual cable needs a good clean. We'll get that done before putting it back in. Put these in there. Do you know what, I'm going to get this next link wire out, and then I'm going to take the bracket off. Right, let's get this bracket off. I think that'll be 2 10mm bolts. So there we go, that's the bracket straight off of there. Straight away I can get this middle battery out, no problems whatsoever. Yep, so you can see a bit better. Chewy 20 amp hours, that means that's the model of the battery, but that means 20 amp hours. Yeah, these look like they were potentially the original batteries. And so now we can see what's left. This wire goes off to the other battery pack down the bottom there, onto positive to negative link wire again. This one, however, is the main positive feed for the whole bike. So we'll get that one disconnected, we'll get this one disconnected, get them out of the way, and then we'll work on taking this cowling out. Oh well. Right, so now that bracket will just come and slide out, or not. Right, let's just move that wire, because I want to leave that connected for a minute, because it's got the rubber protectors on it. I want to try and get this out while the wires are connected, so I don't end up shorting anything out. So if I can get that, there we go, twiddle that round. definitely, if you're going to get it out that way, definitely get it out while the wires are connected, because they've got rubber protectors on them and this is metal. If you short something, it's going to spark and it isn't going to be pretty, and it could potentially also be quite painful. But now that's the case, I should now be able to just pull these batteries this way one at a time as I undo them. Yeah, so if I undo that one and that, the red and the black there, the red is this lead wire which I've already got off the other battery pack anyway. No, don't fall down there. And that is now officially battery number 4 out. So now my theory is I should now hopefully be able to pull this one, but effectively slide this one across. That is now final battery out. Lovely. Conveniently, new batteries, new screws. Don't think there's enough, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 batteries, 8 screws rather, for 5 batteries, and each battery takes 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use all new ones for down the bottom, all new ones for up the top here, except the middle battery, which should have 2 of the better old ones in. The best old ones I can find will go in that middle battery at the top here, and in that way I know everything else down at the bottom where it's more awkward is nice and shiny and new. So that's my plan with that. So straight away we need to put a battery in. These ones are 25 amp hours, 25, and that shows you here more statistics as well, because this is a better battery from what it was in there anyway. So we also get these little carry tabs. Considering I'm doing that one in a minute, we'll leave that one in there. That one, well, I've got 4 batteries in a box and a loose one. That one's in transit, has decided to wander off anyway. So let's just see if we can get this down there. So actually, you know what, because I remembered how awkward that was, I am going to take that off, and I am going to put that link wire that was on there back on there first, yeah, with nice shiny new screw. Whatever you do, do not over tighten them, just snug them. There's no need to over tighten, you'll pull the threads out of them. They're only tiny little screws, and then you can just pop the cap back in like so. Yep, that one now can go down there where it needs to go. And that's that one done. And that's the main negative of the bike done. Push you back there. Right now, next battery. Next battery I can pretty much put straight down into that gap. So I can somewhat get on it. That can now go under there like so. And we'll put a brand new screw in there, making sure you're putting positive to negative on the terminals to make it a series circuit that links them through to make 5 batteries into 60 volts. Before we go any further, let's put the clamp back in. So that went underneath like that, and then onto there like so, making sure that you don't clamp any of these wires underneath the bracket, because you'll end up cutting them back. You don't want to be doing that. You'll be short circuiting them, squishing them, crimping them, making them lose their power. You'll cause yourself problems by getting them caught under the clamp. This next battery into here, and that'll go into there. That battery can go into there. Final one done. And then we've now got the clamp to go. That's that done. Right. So we've got 2 more brand new screws. Like I said earlier in the video, one of the brand new ones are going to go there, and one of the brand new ones are going to go there, and I'm going to pick the 2 best for here. So let's just see what we got. Switch the power on. Oh, there we are. Indicator flashing. Finally. Took a while to wake up. So. Wow. That feels a lot more happier, that does. That sounds and feels a lot happier. However, I'm going to leave that switch back off again a minute while I'm resting still, and I'll just turn the key off, taking that out. That does definitely seem a lot happier, which it should do, but it does say, and Coot Scoots have already said, I need to charge it before I actually properly use it. So we know it's worked. Everything's working except the horn, but I'm not going to press the horn to annoy my neighbours, because I know the horn works, because I've had to press it already just to check it for various things. So now it's a case of just put back the seat, put back the box, and put this back on, and it's all jobs are good. And right, just to add to the end of this video, basically I've got it all switched off, locked up, but the isolator is on. I've got a lead running through, and considering my entrance to my garden's that side, yes, I've left it loose for now, but it's only a temporary thing. However, if anyone trips over it for any reason, first of all, it's a bright orange cable, and they shouldn't really be going anywhere up there anyway, and it comes around across my shed and back down here. So basically, yeah, the access to the doorway is clear, and I've got this weatherproof socket which I'm going to plug the charger into, and I've also got charger itself, and I'm basically just going to plug it up and put it on charge. So I've got it all under here. You can hear the charger's working, see it's working with a red light. That should go green when it's charged. Weatherproof socket, like I said. Charger's not too bad, and then it's just in its plug socket there. And these are conveniently placed sections here, which will allow me to potentially go and latch it shut. But for this test at the moment, because I want to keep checking on it, I'm not going to latch it shut, because even if it rained, it's not really going to get anything in there. So I'll just leave it down so from a distance it looks alright. So thank you for watching my YouTube video. I hope that was entertaining and interesting and somewhat useful. First time I've ever done that, and it seems like it's already more alive than it was with the old batteries. If I get bored one day, I might test the old batteries and see what's going on with them, but at the moment I've not really got much effort or interest in doing so. The new ones are working fine by the looks of it. Just got to wait 8 hours for now for it to charge. The joys of EV. But I also got to wait another week before I can take it for an MOT. So there's not much else I can do until it either passes or fails its MOT. But we ain't got emissions to worry about, and everything else seems to be working, and everything else seems to be fine. There's one thing it did do well when I was trying to get it home. It was stopping really well. So I don't have any major concerns for the MOT, but we'll see next week. Just cutting in on this video quickly, guys. It's been about 3-4 weeks or so since I originally recorded this video. I've had the electric moped out for a couple of weeks on the road, and I must say, other than an indicator relay which I had to sort out rather sharpish, and one advisory on the MOT, not on the paper, it was just a personal joke between me and the MOT tester. That advisory was, get something with an engine. But we was having a laugh at the joke, so that's all that matters. But otherwise, no, clean pass,
a good result. Happy days. Right, I'm definitely going to bugger off now. Please like, subscribe and share, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.